Let's do this. Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bread12D7, and today in this video, I'm being joined by
Infamous from Infamous Fantasy.
So yeah, linked in the description to his channel. Now we're using his little setup right here.
With a Blue Yeti microphone, Blue Yeti Blackout Edition microphone.
If you want it,
there will be an Amazon link in the description below.
It's pretty expensive, and it's free shipping. So
yeah, we're gonna really fast go to the Amazon page with where it's at.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how.
Here is
pretty expensive.
Yeah, here is what it looks like. Here's what it looks like, guys. And it has 4 different patterns. You have cardioid, you have surround, you have stereo, you have tons of other things.
Okay, so anyway, the focus of this video, as you guys can see, is World War II. As you guys will probably don't know, but should know, that I am a history buff, and I love, well, not love because, 65 million deaths, but I'm very fascinated in the Second World War. Now, the Second World War.
If you watch my channel, I made a lot of World War II videos.
You did?
Call of Duty World War II.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a gaming channel.
Anyway, go check him out. Go check those videos out. So we're just going to take a look at this, mainly to test this thing out. So, yeah. So, we're just going to be looking at this.
Let's start with the main battles before we break it down.
No, let's first look at what happened and what it was. So, World War II, often abbreviated as WWII or WW2, also known as the Second World War, was a global war that lasted from 1939 to 1945.
The vast majority of world countries, including all the great powers, and the powers are British, French, German, Italian, those things.
So, basically, we're just going to look at these guys real quick. So, main Allied leaders. Okay, so we have Joseph Stalin, or Joseph Stalin, if you pronounce it nicely.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Which is my man. He is the awesome man.
Fun fact, FDR's presidential portrait was actually done. When I went to the state capitol, and when I went to the Capitol building, in the governor's residence, they had a picture. They have a portrait of Frank FDR, and his portrait wasn't done. Fun. If you want to go see it for yourself, the governor's residence and the Maryland State Capitol does visitors tours.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, we have him. We have my man Winston Churchill. Look at him. He's so swag.
Chiang Kai-shek.
Yeah. Fun fact about him, he was actually in World War I.
No, Winston Churchill.
Yeah, it was Churchill. And he actually was the one who came up with the idea of the Gallipoli campaign.
Yeah, I know that. And you have on the Axis. And on the Axis leaders, you always have the most hated person ever. Adolf Hitler.
We're not done yet. We have Chiang Kai-shek, which is I don't really know him.
Korean, I'm betting.
No, it's Chinese. It's the Republic of China. All right, then we have the big baddies. We have Adolf Hitler. He's a bad man. He killed millions and millions of Jews. I do not sympathize for that man.
Fun fact: it was the Sudetenland, the area that bordered Czechoslovakia and Germany, got sold to Germany from the British.
Well, actually, it was mainly the Allies.
Yeah, but it was British land.
Yeah, it was British land. So then we go down one more, and we have Hirohito. Hirohito, I'm actually going to be making some memes off of this. Don't yell at me if they are offensive. World War II is offensive. Okay, World War II is offensive. And none of you get mad at any of those other memes, so don't get mad at me.
We're talking to the wrong side of the microphone.
Were we really?
Yes.
Good thing I'm yelling. Hold on, guys.
Okay, now we're talking to the right side. You talk to the logo side, not the back.
Okay, let's just go through it. Joseph Stalin, or Joseph Stalin, if you're...
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Winston Churchill.
Chiang
Kai-shek. Adolf Hitler, the bad man.
Fun facts. So, I had a debate about dropping the atomic bomb and not dropping the atomic bomb.
I did too.
Yeah, everyone did.
Cool.
And then people said we should because we had 2 bombs at the time, guys. And keep in mind, if you're an adult at this time, paying taxes, barely even making enough money to survive, how would you feel if your tax money went towards a military weapon that was never built?
Or that was used to make an example that wouldn't even end a global conflict that could kill.
And the global conflict, again, took 2. So imagine if we continue the B-29 bombings. What would that do?
It probably worked. But, hey, it was a fast victory.
And it impressed Russia from them getting joint occupation over Japan.
Very smart. Thank you, Miss Kinzer. So, and then we have my guy, El Duce, aka Benito Mussolini. He, actually, that's his full name. I never knew that.
America, Benito Amilcar Andrea Mussolini. Oh, wow. That's a nice name. Mussolini's a nice
Shout out to Mussolini.
Imagine if one of your ancestors was Hitler. Like, you have the whole entire bloodline going down. I know him.
I don't think Hitler has any more.
Yeah, Hitler and his wife committed suicide. They didn't have any children, but
they did have cousins.
Yeah.
And I think Hitler had brothers and sisters.
And then Hitler, before he got married to a second wife, they had children. Him and his wife before had children.
What are you talking about? No, he didn't. Did he? No, he killed himself.
Hey, can you comment section comment down below if you know if Hitler had any children or not?
That's a weird comment thing. But we're talking about World War II, so everything is weird and everything is.
And also, question of the day, because that's a thing that people do. What's your side of Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Should they drop the bomb? Should we have dropped the bomb? Or should we have not have?
Yeah. So here are the casualties and losses. Now this has been inflated over the years. Okay, so the Allies were killed. Wait a second.
Was Chiang Kai-shek part of the Allies?
Oh, okay. So, on the Allies side, military dead.
16
over
million.
16, yeah, 16
But mainly
million.
from D-Day. Mainly from D-Day.
Debatable. 45 million civilians. That just proves that it wasn't always the
Holocaust. It was main. It was also, also the firebombing on
Britain.
The firebombing on Britain.
Shout out to all those British people. You do amazing things for us.
You have... Yeah, we all love PewDiePie and Shane Dawson.
PewDiePie is not British.
He's Swedish. He's Swedish.
Okay, so what am I saying? Shout out to all those European guys. You guys made us...
Except for the EU. They suck. They're trying to ban me. They're trying to ban content and memes and stuff.
Memes... Okay, so total death over 61 million, and that was from 1937 to 1945. Because if you know that the Japanese were actually before World War I was
Japanese were trying to take on their conquest of Asia before World War II even started, but they didn't. But then they didn't get to it until VE Day. They didn't get that far until VE Day, and then when VE Day happened, they figured that U.S. was their only obstacle before their full conquest, so they killed many people in Pearl Harbor.
What are you talking about? VE Day? What are you talking about? No.
Victory in Europe Day.
That's not what happened. That's okay. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just, I'm correcting you. So basically, what happened was Pearl Harbor happened December 7th, 1941.
I know that.
So, and VE Day happened in 1945. So,
I feel so. So, yeah, I understand that, but I was wrong. But Japan attacked the U.S. because the U.S. was their only obstacle from getting full conquest of Asia, and they knew that the fleet, if they had a weakened fleet, they were easy to take on. But then the ships that were in port being worked on, that eventually attacked them later.
Actually, that's a little incorrect. It wasn't the Asian campaign. By the time the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, it was a stalemate by then. Yeah. The Chinese.
But they were still trying to get full conquest
of Philippines and the Pacific. I guess
still part of Asia.
Okay, so
Philippines is part of Asia.
Okay, fine. All right, so here we go. Oh Jesus. I'm sorry. That was an accident. Military debt on the Axis side was 8 million. Military. Wow. That just proves on how deadly these guys can be.
Well, you have here. So we're not even gonna talk about that dude, but Hitler, he was a psychopath. Cause I actually read a biography of his when he was in prison. He wrote that book. I read that.
Oh, the Mein Kampf.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mein Kampf. By the way, don't read that book. It's deadly, and it'll turn you into a Hitler supporter.
I read that whole entire book, and
How?
It was pretty.
Can I get a copy?
I don't have to copy it. I'm gonna look at the library.
Wait, why would they have Mein Kampf in a library at school?
It's not the school library.
Oh, okay. By the way, if any of you guys at school out there have Mein Kampf in it, your school's weird.
Every school's weird in a way. Special no.
Fair enough. But yeah, over 4 million civilians dead. So that's sad. Very sad. And the total dead are 12 million. 12 million? I bet most of them were Nazis. That's real clear.
Alphabetical indices. What? Why do you need to know alphabetical indices?
What?
Alphabetical indices.
I don't know.
And you have navigation.
So, alright, so the date was the 1st of September, 1939. Hold on.
6 years, 1 day.
No way. Wait. But Germany officially surrendered. Oh, that's the end of it. Okay.
You're a bot.
No, I was thinking of the German side of like VE Day and stuff.
Might want to think more about. You forget there's more than just.
It took like almost a year to stop to force Japanese into an unconditional surrender.
Well, we gave them the first warning about that we had the atomic bombs 6 months before we even used the atomic bombs. So.
Oh. Okay. The beginning of the nuclear age.
That's the atomic age, aka the one thing that totally screwed everyone over.
The dissolution of the League of Nations, sadly. The creation. See, that's what I don't understand.
Y'all disbanded the
first thing.
I want to know. They disbanded the discount League of Nations to get the fully priced target form of United Nations. Of League of Nations.
You just put that in 2019 perspective.
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But that's kind of stupid because at the end of World War I, they got rid of.
And then they just screwed. And then with the atomic.
Wasn't it like?
With the atomic bomb, it just led into even more conflict between Iraq, Iran, Russia.
Soviet Union. Okay, let's look at the Soviet Union real quick. Here's the guys, the commies, everybody.
Joseph Stalin's favorite people.
Yes, but even though he was not practicing what communism or Russia preached, he made it a one-party rule, which is not communism, because it's supposed to be led by the people.
Poor Mike. I'm sorry for everybody who has a headset out there, who's wearing headphones. This man did not mean to make y'all deaf.
Or did I?
Collapse of Nazi Germany. I think that's pretty obvious that it collapsed.
Well, actually, oh jeez.
Did y'all?
Sorry for the swastika, guys.
Oh yeah, did y'all know that y'all can actually go visit Auschwitz and
You can visit Auschwitz.
And then the leftovers of Berlin there was a concentration camp with the word Bell, and then that's where Anne Frank died.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna look that up while you.
But actually, I had some intel from school.
Let's get some series.
Okay, so there's this kid. You should know him. His name is Manny.
Manny Peacock.
Okay, so basically, he told me, I don't believe him, okay? So he said that Hitler did not kill himself in Berlin.
He killed himself in a bunker in Berlin.
Exactly. Like, in the Reichstag building.
He
was buried outside of the Reichstag, and they burned his body with his wife.
He committed suicide when Allied forces started coming into Berlin.
It was the Soviet Union. So, yeah.
Allied forces.
Well, actually, that's kind of weird because I wouldn't consider the Soviet Union an ally. I would consider it like a pact just to deal with Germany.
Yeah, because Germany did betray them.
Yeah, and they didn't really have any.
Russia betrayed the Allies, and then Axis betrayed Russia.
You know what? That should be the next episode. The Winter War was funny. It was kind of funny. I mean, it did have a lot of death, but it was funny. So, don't get mad at me for saying that. What was I saying? Yeah. So basically, this kid at school told me that Hitler did not kill himself in his bunker; that he actually escaped to Switzerland and then he killed himself.
That's a lie.
That makes no sense because they didn't. Seriously, if you look up like Emperor Tiger Star's videos of like Europe or like World War II every day, Switzerland was not touched. They just basically forgot about him. The Germans should have took it. But, yeah.
If they did take Switzerland, I'll give them access to a lot of different things.
Exactly. Like...
Oh, yeah. So, Anne Frank died in Bergen-Belsen. Bergen-Belsen. Belsen.
I don't know.
And...
German world...
Their bodies were thrown into a mass grave.
That's basically all the concentration camps, like...
In March 1945, the Frank sisters died of typhus at Bergen-Belsen. Their bodies were thrown into a mass grave.
Yeah, I feel like alright, prove me wrong, guys. Basically, every concentration camp had a mass grave that they threw them into. But...
Except for Auschwitz, really. Auschwitz, they burned the bodies.
So, I also heard something... The Japanese. Now, this might get a little bit, like... I don't know, out of context, I guess. But let's look up something. Rape of Nanking.
Why is that a name of something?
That I probably didn't spell that right. But
Nanking, you idiot.
Yes. I'm sorry. Jeez. Alright, so let's just talk about this. I heard...
Oh, yeah. If you want to visit the annex where Anne Frank was hiding, that's in Germany. That's in Holland.
Sorry for the very disturbing pictures that you guys may see.
And
this is all because of history. This is all education.
And Anne Frank also, her original diary, because if you go to school, they don't give you the original diary, but her original diary is on display in the annex in Holland. Huh? It's covered in grass and it's 24-hour. There's around-the-clock security.
Of course. So anyway,
it's one of the most precious documents of mankind, other than Magna Carta. Besides the Magna Carta.
The Magna Carta. All right, let's go out of World War II real quick. The Magna Carta was really like.
The Magna Carta was the base of power for the U.S.
Everything. Yes. Everything after that.
The Magna Carta is the most important document.
A king wanted to become a Hitler figure and take power.
Because King Arthur, I don't know which number, was treating people like, and then
like beep.
And then like all you do is
fill in the blanks, guys.
Yeah, and then the people just started raging, like kids in Fortnite.
Really hard.
They were raging like 5-year-olds in Fortnite.
Okay, so let's talk about this. This was in 1927. Now the Japanese denied this, and I believe they still deny this to this day.
They don't deny it to this day. Some Japanese people
do deny it, but others
like the ancestors of Hirohito, they deny it.
Yeah, they probably would. But like Hirohito himself, I don't think he was in power yet.
Was North Korea involved?
North Korea was not a thing. Yeah, it was just Korea.
Yeah, it was just Korea.
Korea basically didn't do anything but sit there and be invaded during the Russo-Japanese War.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, let's get into this. The second Sino-Japanese War was basically while the Japanese were taking out Manchuria and then going into China. Yeah. So basically, Nanking was a city in China, and when they got there, they did a massacre, or the rape of Nanking.
Nanjing.
What?
Nanjing.
No, it's Nanking.
Nanjing. When we look up, I will. Wow, there's pronunciation right there.
Okay. Oh. All right. Anyway, where do I start? So basically, it's where the Japanese came in. They started making contests and stuff, and they denied it a little bit. They said it wasn't us, but it was on frontline newspaper in Japan.
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 Let's stop now.
Okay, so basically what they did was they went on a spree of like rape. That's right, I said it. Those things like killing. They even had a competition to see how many Chinese people they could behead. And then
this ain't the medieval times. You don't do that no more unless
they still do that.
There's actually a guillotine on display in Westminster.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh yeah, so that is it for today.
No, not yet. We still have a little bit more.
Yes. We can make a part 2.
Fine, we'll make a part 2, and it will be about Nanking.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Make sure
we need to make a little thingy about
thinking about
an end thing.
Okay.
Okay. You go first.
Remember to subscribe to Infamous Fantasy on YouTube. I do gaming content. If you're interested in gaming, just go check it out. To get the Blue Yeti Blackout Edition microphone, link will be in the description below. So my channel link. So there'll be an iCard appearing right now probably. And that is it.
Now to me. Thank you guys for watching. We will be doing more of these history videos, obviously. I did not know that if you went into like a new tab like this, then it wouldn't get rid of the little screen recorder thing. So basically, that'll be it for today. I'll be making more history videos. Part 2 will be coming out maybe like, I don't know.
You can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So yeah. See you guys later. Bye.
1, 2.